right, we're switching gears. A crash can be a scary situation, and getting help to navigate the recovery process, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, especially if there are unexpected events, and that's where you call Lawyer the Lawyer.
Yeah.
Obviously, the founding attorney of LA Law. He's here this morning to take us through, walk us through all the details about what happens after you get into one of these crashes.
What are we talking
Nice to
about?
see you.
Yeah, nice
Great to see you too.
We're talking about unexpected events.
Yeah, what does that
such
mean?
as...
Listen, unexpected events can be somebody doesn't have insurance.
That is a nightmare.
It is.
What happens? What do you do?
It is. You hire me. Honestly.
Okay, seriously.
You hire me because, you know, we'll do an investigation to see if they have assets. Sometimes people have insurance or they think they have insurance and it lapses, right? Sometimes there's ways to go back and fix that. But if not, if they have assets, we can figure out ways to attach those. And when you hire us and you hire an attorney, you get somebody that's going to, you know, make sure that you're focused on getting the help that you need. You just get better. We deal with all those unexpected things.
So is a worst case scenario in that type of situation your insurance just covering everything, or is that like...
Yeah, if you have the coverage.
Okay.
So a lot of times there's an optional coverage here that's called uninsured motorist coverage.
All right.
You can waive that coverage. Most people don't. So that's one way to do it. But here's the thing. There's something called subrogation. So if you have uninsured motorist coverage, you're still going to need to deal with those other people.
Okay.
And typically, if you're going with your insurance company to have everything paid out, your rates are going to go up.
You know, that's...
Is that a common...
It's a concern for a lot of people, and I always tell this story. I was involved in a crash many, many years ago. It wasn't my fault, but we had to put a claim in because the other people fled. My insurance rates actually went down despite the fact that there were a lot of bills associated. Yes. So you never know. You absolutely never know because every insurance company has their own underwriting policies.
Okay.
So that is a big concern for people, and a lot of the times that's why they don't even want to utilize uninsured motorist coverage because they think the rates are going to go up. But listen, if you've been paying for it for years and you're in a situation, you should absolutely use it.
Yeah, I'm always so intimidated to use my insurance.
Yeah.
You know, homeowner's car, I'm like, oh, I'll pay for that out of pocket. It's just $2,000.
Right.
But, you know,
but even paying years and years, you know, $2,000 a year for your uninsured motorist coverage.
Easily.
Right.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and use it.
All right. So you just mentioned you were involved in an accident.
Yeah.
You had a question into the firm, right? From one of our viewers, I believe. They were recently involved in a hit and run, so very typical or similar situation to what you were just explaining. In that case, that person who hit them didn't have insurance, and they took off.
They took off. And so in a situation like that, what we would do is we do an investigation. In this situation, there are video cameras because it happened in a very public area.
That's great to know, and you'll be on top of that, right?
Yes.
I wouldn't even think to do that.
Yeah, you can search for all those things, right?
Correct. So we're on top of that. We're working with the Hartford Police to investigate that. And you know, we already have somebody that's a suspect as far as that goes, and so...
Well, look at him, Lawyer the Lawyer.
We're on it.
Also detective.
Exactly, Detective Lawyer the Lawyer.
I miss my calling.
It's good to see you. There's all the information. Get in touch with Lawyer Twilley. Offices, again, in Bloomfield and New London, covering the state here. Lawyer at LALawCT.com. Call 860-595-3163.